Welcome one and all back to the DTR track guide and setup series, where you're going to have the DTR Esports drivers at your disposal to try and unlock some of the tips and tricks of the F1 2022 circuits. We're here under the lights in Singapore. Of course, we saw relatively recently you can race Monaco under the lights, but here at the sort of classic, the race we know for being under the lights here in Singapore for the 5.063 kilometre circuit. 23 corners, no longer than most, but once upon a time it was. Surprising fact is 3 DRS zones around this circuit that are going to be there to help us out. Of course, down the main straight, end of the first sector, and off the bridge as well. But we're here with Donkey Dan, 42nd in the world, a 36.040 for him. A very impressive time, and it's full on the aeros. We're looking to set up now 50-50, maximising it. It's all about confidence, this circuit. 50-51 on the differential, can just help him get the power down, because it is so difficult. Front camber, fully to the right. Rear camber, front toe, rear toe, fully to the left. Suspension, full soft on the front. Front roll bar is 8, rear roll bar is 1, just to help with the rear, because it can be a little bit difficult. 4-5 on the right as well, just to help us sort of stay on top of the curb, because it can be a little bit difficult here. Fully on the braking, 150%. And the tyres are 25, 25, 23 and 23. Fully max on the tyre pressures. Let's go on board, round the final corner with Donkey Dan onto the main straight. DRS wide open now as we head down towards turn number 1. Really want to get the front in here, braking fully to the right, avoided the curb on the inside. Again, you can sort of use that secondary part to hook the car around into turn number 2. And then out free. Coming towards turn number 4, and keep to the left-hand side. Really want to maximise the exit here. This is the longest straight, probably your best overtaking opportunity on the lap now as you climb up the gears, up into 7, up into 8. DRS wide open out through the kink of 6 into turn 7, the end of the first sector now. Slamming the brakes fully to the right-hand side. You utilise that curb on the inside to kind of cut the corner a little bit now as we head into turn 8. Wind the power on, get yourself back to the right-hand side, throw the car in to turn 9, avoid the curb on the inside and run all the way up to the wall, maximising your exit now. Down towards turn number 10, the Singapore sling. Throw the car in right up against the wall, just about to tap that curb on the inside, get your cars back to the left, avoid the curb on the right, and now kind of get the power down as best you can. Use the circuit available to you to get the power down and keep your full throttle right and tight for turn 13. On the power, DRS wide open for your third DRS zone of the lap. Almost a 10th and a half up now for Donkey Dan. On the brakes for turn at number 14, use all the circuit available to you, but get back to the right, because you can get a warning there for track limits. Into the section of turn 16, 17 we go now. Don't jump over the curb like you used to be able to. Keep against the wall now, so you flip the car in underneath the grandstand. You can use that curb on the left-hand side, and then use these next couple of curbs as a guide. As he now throws the car in, just about tapping them more than anything. You used to be able to really ride them, not in this game anymore. Up against the wall now as you throw the car, and you can jump on that inside curb just a little bit with your left front, and power nice and early. He's across the line to 36.040. A very impressive time from the donkey himself. And we'll have a look at the off-board, trying to unpick some of the stuff from what we can see from externally as well. Now, as he throws the car and using all the circuit available to him, a little bit tap on the inside, and then this is where I said hook the car around on turn 2 into turn 3. Get a nice wide exit. You want to get the power down really quickly, especially on the first couple of laps. You're going to have drivers right behind you when we're racing. Right up against the wall, maybe a little bit of tap on the rear there. DRS wide open out, probably the best overtaking opportunity in the race. Probably the pace we see the most moves, especially as he now slams the brakes up at turn 7, end of the first sector. Uses that curb on the outside as well. Into turn 8 we go. Right out to the outside, get the power down nicely. Come back though to the right hand side, avoid the curb on the inside. You used to be able to hit it, not anymore. Right up against the wall now for the Alpha Tauri driver. He'll throw the car into the Singapore sling. Used to have that triple chicane there, but not anymore. Avoid the curb, both curb actually, because it really can upset the car. And this is, the car's being so heavy now, they're so kind of dainty. You can't, if it unsettles it, that's a big issue for you. So if you just keep, it allows him to keep the throttle on as well, which is a big benefit for lap time. On the brakes, gets the car in, and then importantly comes back away from the wall, avoiding any track limits penalty. You see where the white line sticks out there. Through 15, which is kind of enough in corner, 16, 17. Now towards turn 18 again, right up against the walls. It's all about getting up against the walls, minimising the angle of these corners. And you see the sort of dart to the left there to open up the right as he comes out from underneath the tunnel. Avoid the curb relatively, and then towards the final corner, all about commitment into this final corner. Throw the car in, hope it sticks, and across the line. That was our 36.0. But Singapore, it's another street circuit we have tackled, and one that is very difficult. One of the longest races when league racing, of course, just because of how long the lap is. Time-wise, the races can take me 45 minutes. You want to get the setup right. You want to have something that's comfortable, in my opinion. It's, you know, having good lap time is very important, but it's that balance of lap time comfortable, which I think this setup will provide you. I know you're running max aero, which isn't ideal for your kind of wheel-to-wheel racing, but it's just about having confidence for races that can last, if you're doing 50%, up to 45 minutes. And again, you know, we're going to have the confidence going to the corners, and we'll be able to be like the Ferrari here and just kind of muscle our way through. It's a difficult circuit, always has been a difficult circuit on the F1 games, and I feel, well, hopefully with some of the lines you've seen here, you're going to have a bit more confidence just to be able to attack it as well. Running a little bit higher on the ride height than we tend to normally see just allows you to kind of sit on top of the curbs a little bit as well. But I hope you've enjoyed, I hope you've found the benefit of the track guides and setup series. So make sure you subscribe, and let's see the videos coming up soon.